What's up, party people? I'm Berk Hawk, and this is Rock Talk. Today, I'm joined by...
This is Shelly.
Mike.
And Gene.
Of...
Killjoys.
And for the people at home, never heard the Killjoys, what are the Killjoys? Where am I going?
I don't know. What are the Killjoys?
What are the Killjoys? How do you describe the Killjoys?
I don't know, you might have a different take. I'm just thinking loud guitar pop.
Loud guitar pop?
Yeah, I'll go with that.
All right.
Yeah,
It
sure.
sounds about right. Yeah, it's like a...
Power pop.
Power pop?
Power pop.
star, but more distorted.
Catchy choruses?
Yeah.
Yeah. And the band formed in, was it 92? Was it, roughly came out with the first...
93,
92, 93,
Yeah.
and disbanded around 98, was it?
We didn't disband.
No, you didn't disband.
We just,
So you took a big break.
We went home for a rest.
Yeah.
And we just stayed home for 20 years.
This for 20-year rest.
Barely talked to each other.
That was a lot
It
of
was
booze.
glorious.
Yeah.
So in that time, I'm sure you guys did other things. What was going on individually, working still together? What was going on in the 20 years?
Well, we all did different things. We
Yeah.
all kind of kept playing here and there, but we all supported each other too.
Yeah.
You know, Mike did a lot of theater stuff. I sold a bit of music, but I did a lot of stuff behind the scenes in the industry too. And Shelly played around with some people here and there. So we kept active.
Oh, sorry. So yeah, you played.
Yeah, I was kind of freelance. I
Yeah.
did some gigs to, make the rent, and
Yeah,
then
for sure.
I played on his record and played on Gene's record, and whoever needed someone on the record gave me a
We were
call.
still together, but
Yeah.
separately. We were together
Yeah,
at different
encouraging
times.
each other in
Yeah.
different paths.
Yeah.
So let's touch on that for a second. You've scored a couple musicals, correct? Would you call it scoring?
Yeah, I
What'd
scored.
you call it?
I scored Night of the Living Dead live,
Yeah.
which was produced by George A. Romero.
Yeah.
So that was kind of an honor to be involved in that. And then I more orchestrated the Toronto production of Cannibal the musical.
Yeah.
And Cannibal's actually relaunching again in March or something like that in St. Louis. I think it starts. So these things are touring all over the place. Night of the Living Dead is touring as well.
How does one get into that? Like, go Killjoys scoring musicals.
Well, it's just that this whole thing kind of happened because I'm a fan of horror movies in general and George A. Romero in particular. And there was a poster in Hamilton just on a pole about they were going to put on a play. And so I'm just walking down the street and saw this poster and called. The producers at that time were guys from Hamilton as well. So it ended up that it was the director from Evil Dead, the musical.
Yeah.
And George Romero and all these people, so everything kind of converged into this really cool play. It really turned out really well. Sort of a comedy horror sort of thing, but
And they have like a splatter row. Is that correct?
Well, they didn't do that. Was for Evil Dead. They had the splatter. This
Yeah.
was less splatter, but it was
Okay.
more. There was some blood, but it was all in black and white. That was sort of the hook on this one. It was like
Okay.
all the makeup was all white and black. The set was completely black and white, just like the old movie. So. That's how I got involved in that, and then from there I just kept working with Chris on different projects, the director. So
That's awesome.
I've just been doing it ever
kind
since.
of fortunate how that all turned out. So I just want to touch on the Killjoys. Let's get back to the Killjoys. The Killjoys writing process. How does that typically work? Does it come from all three? Is there spearheading? Is there...
No, it comes. Mike starts it,
Mike starts it.
brings it in,
Yeah.
and then we just sort of, no matter what we do, whatever Shelly and I put on it, then it starts sounding our take of it.
Yeah.
So we had our.
It's definitely, even though I bring the songs in, definitely the sound is of the three of us, because
It's
like we
combined
said, that
effort.
we played in different projects, but none of it sounded like this particular congregation of people. So it's just its own. Like a band is always the sum of its parts, right? So it would sound completely different with one different member. It would be a completely different band.
So is it true what I hear you guys are going to release a new album? Is it in the works?
We're writing again, yep.
Yeah.
So we're
That's
planning
awesome.
to. We're planning to.
I was actually trying to get to you guys earlier because I know you guys played at the Sound of Music. Was it 2 years ago, or was it last year? last summer, and I was trying to get it. It just didn't work out. I was like, oh, like, because I didn't know, like, it's going to happen again. So I'm definitely pleased to hear that it is an ongoing thing. Is it going to be pop-up shows? Is it going to be tours? Is it going to be...
Well, funny, what's nice about this now is since we've sort of taken a break, we're more on the same page now than we have been probably in a long time. So, it's definitely, if somebody doesn't want to do it, it's fine. We're not going to do it. So we're very selective about what we do, and we can do what we want to do. That's what makes it nice, rather than having to go out there and grind.
So I've been pitching this idea, especially for the Canadian bands at this time period. I pitched the idea to... That's okay. Answer it. We can...
I don't want
Noah? We've been pitching the idea of Our Lady Peace, I Mother Earth, Rusty, Killjoys, Moist. Can we get this thing to happen? Do you think there's a chance that we can get all these bands that made that time period such a blast in Canadian music?
Similar things have happened before. I think that most of those bands are still playing these days, right?
Popping up now.
Everyone's coming back.
Yeah, I Mother just toured with Our Lady Peace, yeah. So that's happening.
The 90s were really busy, so I think everybody sort of took a little bit of a rest after all that craziness, and so now they're sort of ready to get back into it a little bit. That seems to be
There's definitely a 90s resurgence going on. Like, I'm waiting for this Canadian tour of major cities to hit us with the best.
It's funny because we all still talk too.
Yeah.
Scott from Rusty, I'm good friends with him, and he'll be here tonight. He's been talking about maybe doing stuff. Whether we do or not, I don't know, but we always talk about it.
I was telling Mike, I contacted Scott because I knew he was coming. I was trying to get him to crash this interview, but he was polite. He said, nah, maybe at a different time in our lives it would have happened, but I thought that would be totally punk rock, and he'd just come in, because I knew that there was a connection there somehow.
Yeah.
But that's awesome. The one thing I noticed about the Killjoys is the choruses. I was talking about that earlier. Catchy choruses, but they're very distinctive. You hold notes in a particular way with Soaked, how you hold that note when you go do the woohoos in is it Raven Drool, or in what's the other song I'm looking for? Yeah. And Today everyone, their catchy choruses, not necessarily just with words. It's you write distinctive. Is that something you kind of come to? Is that just the writing process of you guys?
Some of it might be. I'm not sure, but I really enjoy the way that chords rub against each other, like rub against the melody. So it's those. I think those are sort of what makes the melody distinctive. It's not when you go right along with the chords. It's when they kind of run into each other every once in a while. So I like those little dissonances. Because you need that dissonance to bring out the consonances, right?
I love that. I also love the harmonies that they bring together. All three of you are singing, correct?
And Gene was a lot of the woohoos.
That was the
You're
woohoo guy.
Yeah. So like a party guy in the back. Woohoo! Oh, that fits. Yeah. Well, right now, if people want to find you guys online, where are they going to find you? Where's your social media accounts?
There is a Facebook one.
There is.
I don't know what you say for the address. I guess
That's okay. We'll plug it right here.
www.facebook.com. I guess you just look up the
Killjoys, probably something like that.
I think right now it's Killjoys.
The Killjoys.
Killjoys are Rooney, I think.
Killjoys are Rooney.
For Twitter.
That's two.
I think that's the Facebook.
Are you guys coming to the Instagram world soon?
I'm on Instagram. I'm trying to figure that one out right now, so we'll get more involved in that as well.
All right.
The Twitter. There's a Twitter.
That's okay.
Address. The Killjoys.
You're just coming back. You're gonna figure it all out.
What's the Killjoys web address? We have that. Killjoys.ca.
All right. So, Justin, thekilljoys.ca.
Yes.
All right, we'll figure it out. We'll get the right address right here. Well, if there's anything you guys want to add, any other dates coming up?
There's nothing.
Nothing.
You know, we've got nothing right now.
Another 20-year break.
This is it. We got the exclusive.
One thing at a time right now.
Yeah,
So yeah.
for sure. Trudging along.
Well,
Peop-
probably
20 years, there's no rush after 20 years.
Yeah.
probably work on trying to get something out. I think that's going to be what we're going to work on next.
Well, I'm sure all the Killjoy fans are.
Focus is going to be trying to get something out after this show. So.
Well, I think everyone's going to be pleased with that. Self-produced label, Pledge Music. What are you guys doing there?
We're still talking about that. Probably self-produced. We've always been heavy-handed in all our records anyway.
Yeah.
So I think we'd probably do it ourselves this time, wouldn't you say?
Yeah, absolutely. I don't know if I'd say heavy-handed, but we're
pretty involved.
We've been in control of what happens to our music.
Yeah.
So we've got a pretty good idea of what we want. So we haven't really, we don't really want to change it up too much.
You're not going to go far from the path with the music
No, I don't
style.
think so. I think we kind of push and it's that push and pull between the three different people that gives us the sound. So we really need to have all that input happening when we record as well.
Awesome. Well, I really appreciate your time. I really do. Best of luck with the new album, and hopefully that mega tour happens and you guys are alongside of all those and we get the exclusive on that too. All right, guys, best of luck. Peace out, party people.